Alright folks, this is Xeric, and I want to talk to you about my biggest fear for Starfield. It's not what you might think. Actually, in the comments section below, let me know what your biggest fear is, before I influence you in any way. I'm curious as if our fears line up. Anyways, my biggest fear isn't that it's going to be a buggy, unstable mess. I actually don't think it will be. I think it'll probably be about as unstable as Skyrim or Fallout 4. I don't think it'll be much worse than that. Maybe it'll even be better. And I believe the reason for that is because Fallout 76 put the fear in them. The reaction to Fallout 76 put the fear in them, at least. And even though the game did make money, they delayed Starfield. And that's not something we would have seen from them. I mean, look how bad Fallout 76 was when it released. If they were going to delay any video game, it would have been that game. But they didn't. So, I think that they've learned their lesson, and it's going to be about as buggy as Skyrim or Fallout 4. My biggest fear, though, is the things that they're not telling us, because we know they're liars. They've shown us time and time again that they're willing to lie to sell us anything. That doesn't mean that they don't tell us the truth sometimes, because sometimes they do. But if we take everything that they say at face value and believe them, then they're still not telling us some things. Like, why? That's the main thing. They're not telling us why. Why do I want to land on that world anywhere? What's the hook? What does your game offer that No Man's Sky didn't offer at launch, or even now? What is the hook? I believe that if they had a hook, they would have already told us about it, and so I don't think that they do. You have to listen to the things that they don't say, because we know that they're liars. We know that Pete and Todd are willing to lie constantly. We've seen that already. There's no doubt. But if we take what they say, and if we believe what they say, if we listen to what they say and we believe it outright, because we can't prove that they're lying about something that hasn't released yet, and we dismiss in all of the subjective things, like how good they claim a thing is, and we just look at the objective things that they say, there's things that are missing. Like, why? Why do I want to explore these 1,000 worlds? What do these 1,000 worlds offer that No Man's Sky doesn't already offer? And No Man's Sky has billions of worlds. Well, one answer is mods. We know the modders are going to pick it up. 1,000 empty planets, the modders are going to do something amazing with it. Let me actually quote to you some numbers, and I think you might be surprised. I looked up how many named locations there were in Skyrim. This was conflicting. There was some conflicting information, but I found the biggest number that was listed, and the biggest number I came across was 459. And the amount of named locations for Fallout 4 was 325. So this includes, like, walking into an area, right? When you go into a location in Skyrim, there's marked locations within that location. Those numbers are included. It's not just the outside map. But let's be generous and say that those are all outside markers, and it's not that this shop has its own marked location. And say that there's, at best, with Skyrim, 459. We're going to double that. We're going to round it off and say that there's 1,000 locations in this new game. 1,000. And that they're all full-size locations. That's still one location per planet. But hold on. There's in-betweens. We saw some pretty cool-looking space station and stuff like that, right? So there could be space stations. Those are going to be handcrafted locations as well. And, I mean, they're going to be like little Fallout vaults. I can't wait to explore them. But when we factor in that the fact that there will be in-between locations, and that some planets will have more than one, even if each of those individual locations isn't just a single shop or something like that frequently, then that's still less than one location per planet. So that's going to be a lot of barren planets. That's going to be great for modders to play with. Modders are going to have a lot of fun with that. But before the modders make tons and tons of quest mods for those locations, what is the hook? Why do I want to go anywhere but where the quest line tells me? Skyrim, and Fallout weren't just empty, barren wastelands. Even Fallout, which is a wasteland, everywhere you went there was people and things and structures. But everywhere I go on those planets in Starfield, they're not going to have that. So what are they going to have? That's my biggest fear. Am I just going to do the main quest line and stop playing? Obviously, I love side quests too. I'll do all the side quests. But man, the little handcrafted set pieces they make are some of the best things that Bethesda does. And I'm really worried that it's just going to be Fallout 4 broken up into 1,000 pieces with No Man's Sky filling in the empty spaces that were created when they broke up the Fallout 4. I don't know. Anyways, we can only hope for the best. I'm looking forward to reading whatever your fears were in the comments section. Thanks for watching. I'll probably be covering this game more because I will be streaming it on my streaming channel. So, anyways, y'all have a nice one. This is Xeric, and I'm out.